Recently I was reading an article which I think had come in Mint or somewhere about this trend of dinks, double income, no kids, right? And during the course of our conversations earlier, I got to know that both of you have also taken this conscious decision of not having a child. So, would love to hear from you and understand, what was the whole thought process which went into deciding and making that decision. How did your families react to it, and so on.
So I would say I won't call it as a trend. Yeah, because a lot of people are now taking that or making that choice. It now sounds as a trend,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a conscious decision, and it did not happen on one single day. Or for me, it was an evolved thought. My conditioning was not like this. Of course, in Indian families, we have seen that you have to follow a set rule, a guideline, like 25 में शादी, 28 में पहला बच्चा, 30 में दूसरा बच्चा, and then live for those kids. उनका एजुकेशन जब तक वो बड़े होते हैं, उनकी शादी, then you are completely in your kids. So we have seen this. uh, Initially, when we moved to Delhi, it was not logistically possible, I would say. The weather is very harsh, there's a lot of pollution, and I had made up my mind that I don't want to raise a child in this environment. It is not possible for my parents also to come down there and live with the harsh heat and cold to support, because it was just two of us, so definitely we would need support. So initially, it was not logistically possible, and eventually we started enjoying each other's company. We never felt that void, or we never felt, because it's usually said that बच्चा होने के बाद फैमिली कंप्लीट हो जाती है. हमें कभी इनकम्प्लीट ही लगी नहीं.
Okay.
So that's when we started discussing about it. In the meantime, our friends who were still in Pune were following the regular life, where they plan to have a kid, two kids sometimes. We saw their lives also. We saw them also, how they evolved. And then we discussed about it. It did not come from a financial burden, but yes, it did help in financial planning. There is one component less in your planning, basically. So uh, initially, we were also discussing. Sometimes I did question, sometimes I also felt कि मुझे आगे जाके लगा तो what if I regret later. I had those thoughts. But I think those thoughts or those questions were cleared when we both started talking about it openly. And at one point we felt that okay, this is it. And it was also very recently, 2-3 years back, when we moved to Pune. After moving to Pune, we did discuss that let's take one more year to think. Maybe now that you are back to home, you have your parents, you have your support, maybe you would feel that okay, chalega. You don't have to stay with us, and you don't have to go in that zone where, once you start staying with your in-laws, no matter what you do, it sometimes becomes
Yeah.
difficult. And she knows that. So she was very open to our idea of not having a child. And also I feel that child free is something that society is still not very
Yeah,
okay
yeah, yeah,
with.
yeah.
This concept of childless, or a couple who have children settled in the US or abroad, and parents living here, is still okay. Parents are living on their own. They are managing their own expenses. Maybe, yeah, sure, kids are sending money, but they're still on their own. Childless people were looked at very differently.
Right.
But this part that you have taken this decision on your own, you are child free by your choice, is still something that people look at
Yeah.
with a question mark, like how.
Yeah.
With childless or with people having child abroad, they can still give some sympathy. अरे रे, मतलब अच्छा नहीं हुआ, अभी आपको अकेले ही रहना पड़ रहा है. But for such things, it is still not very open, I would say. When I informed my father and my mother, they were also okay with it. Not in the first when I told them, but overall they felt like your happiness is important. If you are going to be happy after this decision, we are happy for you. So yeah, overall I think it also came from a lot of support from the family,
yeah.
because it is not very easy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Family support would obviously have
Yeah,
made the
because
probably the difference as well, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
because a burden that नहीं उनको दादा दादी बनना है
हाँ.
या उनको पोता पोती चाहिए, this is a very different kind of burden. I mean,
Absolutely.
which thankfully our parents never gave us. It was with the family support we could take that decision, and we are happy with the decision, such that we can speak about it openly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and are proud about it, especially.
Yeah. It's not something to feel guilty about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, one should be proud.
Absolutely,
Like you're
absolutely, why not?
enjoying more than a couple which has a kid, so it's something to be
And
good
absolutely,
about.
I mean, to each their own, right? I mean, whatever
Of
your
course, of
priorities are,
course.
what matters most to you. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to follow a template that's been set by someone else,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah,
So yeah, definitely. At least I feel very happy about this decision now. And see, it was earlier कि बच्चा बड़ा होके he'll take care of you. I don't think that works now anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. But then now, what is the reason? So you people need to think from actual reality on how things are moving, how things are happening. Not just financial is definitely the most important aspect of it, but there are a lot of things which one needs to think about. That why really do you want to have a kid? It one of the reason can be that the feeling of becoming a parent.
right.
But then, okay, for that one feeling, is it really worth it? I mean, you fine. Ultimately, I don't know if you really are, or now you're pretend ki I am happy now with the kid also or something, because everyone can see what you're going through.
Yeah.
Society is always destined to see someone who does not fit in their
Absolutely.
map as a different person, or he's doing something wrong. So let them think. And we are happy with what we are doing. You're happy with what you're doing. So good. At
Yeah.
your end.
So
Well,
my
yeah.
brother, interestingly, like after I got married, he just told me one thing: if you want to become a mother, only then you have a kid. If you want to have a child, don't have it.
Very nicely put.
Because otherwise you will always think about everything as a sacrifice too.
Right.
So because I think at the end of the day you need, like, our parents are not dependent on us financially. They're financially secure, they have their own health insurance and everything, they are doing great. Eventually all parents, I mean our generation is also going to be like that.
Correct.
Kids, you always want to have your kid to have the best education. You will send him abroad, he will never come back, maybe. You never know. So even now we are not staying with our family every day.
Yeah.
We are there, of course, but eventually there would be a community, I feel, of people who don't have kids. I have many friends now,
Right.
and things would be different. Yeah, there is that fear of ending up alone sometimes, but I think that is very subjective. You can still have a lot of things to do.